talk about it in the Weekly channel.
If you're interested in supporting the channel, make sure to go over to wakeman.com and check out all kinds of merch options like this hat I'm wearing. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. A while back, somebody commented and suggested I do a video talking about how to help your little ones or your young children get used to the water and or get used to surfing or wakeboarding. Although I do not have a lot of experience in that area, I felt like it would be a good idea to bring you along as I work with Wakely on this. I started this a little bit last year by getting her out on the board with me, which I actually was not sure was going to happen because she's been a little bit timid about getting in the water behind the boat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mini series of videos this season, and I may add to that series in subsequent seasons where I show you what I'm doing to help my daughter Wakely, who is currently 2.5, and was 1.5 last season, to help introduce her to water sports activities. Ooh, water temp dropped. That's no fun. It was in the 70s last week and now it's 64. That's a heck of a difference. It's almost a 10-degree difference. But either way, I'll do it. It's still just fine for wetsuit. All right, another morning on the Bighorn. Out here, it's 9 a.m. about ready to start a set. Things are looking a lot better than they did yesterday for conditions. As you can see, this is the stretch we'll be running right here. There's some ripple out here, but nothing bad. It's pretty buttery. Pretty happy because I didn't get to wakeboard at all yesterday, and I'm usually pretty disappointed if I don't get to wakeboard at all in an entire weekend. Yeah, I'm getting set up and gonna get ripping here. Just waiting for Carly to park the truck and get back down here. But while she's doing that, I'm gonna get into my wetsuit and get a few things ready. Okay, say cheese. Say cheese.
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 So in today's video specifically, I'm going to show you a few clips of how we were trying to get her used to sitting on the swim deck and getting her familiar with that area and just getting her comfortable with playing in the water outside of a pool or a kind of a regulated area. Because kids seem to be very timid of that at first. I only have some experience helping children that are a little bit older, between the ages of 6 and 15. So last year when she was 1.5, we were just kind of getting her back on the swim platform every so often, and we'd go swim in the water and try to get her to come out and swim with us, and she'd do that a little bit. But what really changed is when we had a friend's kid out with us, and she saw him playing in the water, and she wanted to get out in the water with him. So it really helps if you have more children or if you have friends come out with you to help them get out in the water in general at first, because it's kind of like a lot of things where once they see somebody else doing it, and they kind of get it in their mind that if that person or child feels safe doing it, that means that it should be okay for them. That seems to help them out.
You want to swim a little? Oh, okay. It's okay.
You want Brock to jump in?
And then get on the boats, huh?
Whoa. You want to push rock?
Push Brock in.
Ready, Wade?
So what we started doing this year is starting to try to get her comfortable with the board. So I'm getting her to play with the board a lot, stand on it, do whatever I can. My goal this year is to actually have her sit or lay on the board, and then we might get the boat going very, very slowly, like, I don't know, a couple miles per hour. And I'm just holding the nose of the board while she's kind of sitting down on it. And maybe as far as getting it going fast enough to where there's enough of a wave to where it would push her, but I'm still holding on to the nose of the board, or maybe even holding on to the rope, and she's holding on to the other end of it, and she's very close behind the boat. We're going very slow, and we're in really good control of things. So that's what I'm working on this year, and you can see in some of the clips that all I'm doing is trying to get her familiar with the board, get her stand on the board, and you can see that again this year she is timid of the water. Look at the dragonfly flying around.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's in the water.
Show us your surfing. Arms up.
Woo. She's so light that I don't even have to hold on to it. There we go. Oh, you gonna get back there a little? Oh, you going back?
Go on, Wakes. Show me your.
Do it again?
Show me second position.
Want to do second position on there?
Second position. What's this?
Yeah,
On the
you wanna do it?
board.
Let's do it out here. I'll hold on to you, okay?
And then I'll see if I have a special snack for you, okay?
Another thing we'll be doing this year is we'll be taking her to the beach at the lake quite a bit. The water's still coming up, so there's a lot of junk in the water, and it's pretty muddy. Something that happens every time this time of year. But you can see she's getting more and more comfortable walking out in the water by herself. She hasn't really spent much time at a pool or anything like that. The more that I think you can get them around water and get them in water and get them familiar with water, or whatever the situation is, I think the better. So that's all I have for this video. I will be adding more videos to this series soon, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.